Tokyo Extreme Racer. This is a game we've been following for a little bit, and we have pretty much all the pre-launch info we could want right here, available right now. So we're going to be discussing it, everything that you can expect to see. But my friends, they gave us quite a bit of info here. Previously, they teased this, a trailer that was coming out, and now we have it. So if you don't know what Tokyo Extreme Racer is, you're going to find out very, very quickly what this is all about. But this is the return of a legendary IP from the PlayStation 2 era. Simplistic in its values, but overall incredibly exciting to see. Because I, for one, like many of us, think that maybe games are getting too crazy complicated to the point where they're just messy, if you will. They try to do everything and fail at everything because of the scope being too large. This, my friends, is simple in its core. Build car, race car, beat car, build car. Tokyo Expressway. That's practically all you need to know, with some incredible music to go along with it. I am incredibly excited about this. So they've actually been away from this series for a while. There was a mobile version, but this was their most recent Steam big game release. As you can see, they went small for a while. They went dark and provided that. But we are so back. Let's get to the gameplay then. This is what the game looks like, and I am so incredibly excited. I love the UI, the map detail, and as I said, it's basically like outrun racing on the Tokyo Expressway. That's the idea. You're on the highways, and that's pretty much your area of play. We actually didn't really see any crazy customization previously, so a lot of people were like, oh, is there going to be proper customization? Of course there's going to be proper customization. We get a view of the garage, you got money. The way I kind of just feel about this game, it almost feels like a Gran Turismo if it was street racing. Like, that's basically the feel you get. The Japanese are, like, together in the fact that their games... Look at that! Together in the fact that they know that everything should just be welcoming, exciting, but smooth, jazz-like. You know, like the jazz-like Gran Turismo themes that you get. It's kind of like that. For those of you that don't know, this realistically birthed the no hesi-ness that you get from other games like Assetto Corsa, the modded maps. But this is the real deal, but you're also doing some racing. Now, as I said, simplistic game, simplistic idea, but incredibly exciting. I could spend hours on this game because it's just to the point. I feel like, as I said, games are getting incredibly complicated, and it's now due to kind of switch the other way, in that I think a lot of these games, a lot of these smaller games are gonna be the focus, and we can possibly allow them to get bigger. I think now is the perfect time for myself and everyone to really push games like this, because I feel like we don't really get that middle category of games anymore. Like, look at Test Drive and how that exploded in our faces. And even the big unbeatable IPs. Look at Forza Motorsport. What the hell is going on? It is down to the smaller, more creative studios to actually get us back to where we need to be. And in my opinion, that's what we need. We need that creative rejuvenation. And that's why I'm absolutely certain that, again, it's gonna be a small game by comparison, but it's going to be incredibly fun. They've clearly spent a lot of time on the location and a lot of time just getting what the game was and modernizing it. And that's really all we need right now, in my opinion. Anyway, Genki, you're doing an incredible work here. So since those videos, what they've been showing now is these, which is a little bit different to the videos they were initially showing. They're showing customized versions of cars, and actually they've started to announce manufacturers that are available in the game for us to put onto a car and such. I mean, all these intros are literally identical to each other, but they're giving us an idea what we could do car customization wise. These are actually the people we're going to be going against. So these are the rivals throughout the game, and it's... Look at that! It looks amazing. I don't know, I kind of like that. So it's nighttime, but it's really well lit up. That's just something I really enjoy. Aesthetically, it looks awesome. So this is what their channel looks like recently. So as I was mentioning, all of these current ones, they're kind of showing us what the AI is going to be like. We've got a little bit of gameplay here, which I imagine more is coming soon. And then along the bottom here, This, my friends, is where we have got the cars that they were announcing that are going to be in the game. And these are licensed cars. Now, I think it's pretty obvious, as, you know, I now have seen the workings of how this car licensing rubbish tends to work. And it's pretty obvious that the brands kind of really buddy up with people, or should I say developers, that are in their area. For example, look at the crew and how many pissin' Bugattis and crazy mods that you can get on the Bugatti, and basically not at all in any other game. Ivory Tower is a French studio. Bugatti, right? They're still French, right? But you get the idea. Something else I learned, which is pretty obvious now that you actually look at the game. This game, shout out to Racing Game Archive. What a great idea for a channel. That's awesome. This is Import Tuna Challenge, and this is actually also made by Genki back in the day. It's so damn obvious now, but it's basically the Western version, or at least Western aiming version of what we played with Tokyo Extreme Racer, right? That was the idea overall, and published by Ubisoft. That's pretty damn interesting. But I love that we're at a time now, because I feel like it was really pushed a while ago back in the Vita times that PlayStation really was going to be opening their doors to allow independent, smaller studios to start making games. But these days, with the amount of push that creators have, and I feel like platforms in general, we can really push these small games. Like, all the big, massive YouTube titles recently have been from tiny studios that were like a few people. Now, I don't really know the position of Genki, but they've kept themselves quiet for a while, so it's pretty safe to assume that they're not a massive studio. Some other little bit of information for you, which I thought was pretty interesting. You remember that Fast and Furious game? They didn't make it. However, in 2002, Universal announced that a Fast and Furious game was in development by Genki. So they were actually commissioned to make a Fast and Furious game, but it just never ended up working. I really wonder what that would have been like. Probably basically this, right? So I've had some fair mentions about the fact that this game is very, very similar to Night Runners. And of course, because Night Runners is inspired by this game. Now, it's going to be an interesting time to obviously have the two at the same time. This is going to be licensed, but with, in my opinion, like, lesser in terms of the exploration, because the different types of roads and stuff that's going to be available on Night Runners, a little bit different. Anyway, livery editor in the game, I think this is what this is suggesting. It literally says livery at the top. I don't know how this was ignored before. Listen, I'm just excited. I need to pay attention here. So anyway, I want to go through this and really just dissect exactly what we're looking at. Why is this Mazda 3 so cool? Okay, so this is the car collection screen. It's giving you stats on the side. I don't really know. You know what? I've started to learn some Japanese characters, so you know what? I'm actually going to do it for fun. I'm going to try and look at some of this. It is quite, okay, I can, is that she? I can read that that's a she. We're getting there, folks. Maybe by the time this releases, I'll be able to read some of the menus in Japanese. No, it won't. It won't. Is that the car sound? Yep. Japanese. Anyway, so this is the car collection screen showing us the Sprinter, Supra, RX-7, Mazda 3. They've already got Suzuki Swift. Now, that's what I'm talking about. We've already got some awesome cars in here, which I'm very, very, very excited to check out. And I really didn't expect there to be, like, crazy customization for their first game back. Have they just been sat on this? I don't get it. But anyway, the Supra, one thing I noticed, the Supra's still got like these standard lights. I wonder if there's going to be some light customization. Again, they're probably going to release this on Steam first. I'm really hopeful, just like the rest of you, that what we're going to see is this game come to consoles a little bit later, because again, this could be the perfect timing to do so. As I say, we've had some struggles with big games, and I think it's the perfect time to come in and lowball these big titles and be like, this is a fresh experience that maybe a lot of us didn't check out, because I didn't actually play a whole lot of the Tokyo Extreme Racer series. I actually only recently got into them and replaying them on like the portables that I mentioned that I've been using recently. They're the perfect games for that. If you want to just do a quick race, stop, it's the perfect time for that. Which then, oh my god, the Steam Deck being so popular, this is genuinely perfect. Portables, my friend. It's just hand in hand. It's all coming together. They knew what they were doing. They did it for... I'm sorry, I'll chill out. But no, in terms of small games next year, we are eating good, is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't think we're going to get any major big releases. Like, don't expect a Need for Speed game next year. Don't really expect anything other than maybe a Forza, which I also think would be a little bit suicidal. I don't think they'll be doing that because of GTA. I think maybe we're looking at next year, 26, when we're actually going to start to see some of the bigger games start to accept that they're, you know, that now's our time. I mean, look at the state of Forza Motorsport. I'm going to keep saying it because that and Test Drive, Forza Motorsport's the worst. They have infinite development money from Microsoft. There's no excuses there. Test Drive was just misguided. Okay, they're both shit. What do you want me to say? Anyway, I am incredibly excited. Hopefully you are too. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you going to be picking up this game? Do you not have a PC available and you demand that this comes to your console so you can actually play it? Which, considering they've got licensing money, you know, something tells me the console could be coming once they release on PC a little bit, you know, come on. You got to get this done, Genki. Because otherwise I'll be shouted at for every video, like, when's this coming to console? You know, you guys are... I get you, but you're like, you do me head in sometimes. I was once with you. But I'm like, come on, get a Steam Deck. It's $300 or whatever it is. Get on with it, lads. All right, anyway, Tokyo Extreme Racer. If you want to see more, I made a video a while ago. It's that one.